Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and I will be making videos on all of the new events, especially the new crafting event that's on for the next 7 days. So if you are not sure what to do with this event, just give me 24 hours and I will release a video on it. There are just other things that I need to do first and other content that I need to make, like this video. So you just gotta wait. If you're not patient and you just want to run through the event yourself, knock yourself out, be my guest. It's a pretty good event, and I'm happy that we're seeing more of these sorts of things. It's really good. Thank you very much to the devs for doing that. We'll cover that in tomorrow's video, but for now, for starters, I wanted to cover the story mode fragment farming for this month because it's a new month. It refreshed even though we're still in January, and it's one of the best months in some ways and one of the worst months in other ways. Overall, I think it's a good month, but I wanted to highlight characters and highlight the reason for that and give you guys an updated best team for auto farming. So if you take a look at the new teams for this month, and I'll just quickly go through them, what you're going to notice is that there are a lot of very good characters in the very first slot, like the leftmost slot. So you got Absorbing Man here, you've got Ares here. I mean, these, Gwenpool. The bad characters generally are not in the leadership position, which is really, really good. So what that means is for a lot of the stages, if you have all of the characters, you don't have to worry about when you hit autoplay and you hit auto designated characters, you can just go. There actually are only very few stages. There's actually no stages on the Dimensional Clash, and there's really only one stage or two stages where you need to worry about who's going to be in the leadership position. The first one comes on 13-2. You have here Scourge and Caecilius. Now, both of these guys are probably going to die. This stage is quite difficult, even on auto. So my advice to you for the best team to autoplay this month's story mode is to use Vision Lead. Vision is only used on this one mission, so it seems like a waste, but you really do not need to put Scourge on one side and Caecilius on the other. You can do that instead if you want. So you can construct a different team where you put Scourge on one side and you put Caecilius on the other side. And let's say you don't have some of the characters, you can just put your fastest character that farms in the middle. So you could put Thor, for example. And so this way, if you, let's say you don't have Vision, it will use Thor. And if you don't have another character for another mission, it's just going to use Thor as the lead. And then if you did have Vision for this mission, Vision would be lead as well. So that's really what the best team looks like. It's either Caecilius, Scourge, left and right, and then someone in the middle, or you can put Vision in the middle and then the left and right are open to you for whatever stage you want, like for whatever other stages you're having trouble with. I thought for a minute that on some of the stages Medusa was going to struggle, but like on 10-2 and stuff like that, but Medusa does very well on auto. And then this stage right here could be an issue just because of the Thanos boss at the end and Storm being, kind of fragile. It depends really on your build for Storm. If you have her tier 4, you're probably just going to one-shot Thanos. It doesn't matter. If you have her 80, you'll probably still be okay. But if you don't have her 80, and especially if you don't have her new uniform, then you're definitely going to have to address that. The problem is between Wong and Red Skull, there aren't a lot of good options for that. So if you don't have Storm's new uniform, then what I would recommend for a best team would be to go back to this Vision Lead and then putting Storm on the left or on the right. And then that way it's going to use Wong as your lead. Wong is probably a better option than Red Skull if you have Wong's latest uniform. It's going to give him increased damage to villains, and he has quite a decent amount of survivability and counterattacks and iframe ignore that he can use to his benefit. I do think Wong is a better choice. I'd say Wong is probably a better choice than level 70 Storm. Not sure about level 80 Storm, and tier 4 Storm is definitely better than Wong for this, just as far as like, balancing damage and survivability versus that Thanos boss. But yeah, other than that, there's really no issue on any stages. All of the characters that are in the lead, besides 13-2, they like, obviously Null lead can do just fine here. Professor X lead, Iceman lead, Blue Dragon lead, and Mysterio lead. All of these are just great. At first, when I saw this stage here, I thought it was going to be a problem because both Magic and Cyclops have gotten new uniforms that don't have elemental damage anymore. But Iceman is lead, so it does not matter. You do not have to switch uniforms for Magic or Cyclops. You only have to do that if you don't have Iceman, or if you have him with an old base uniform. Now, if you don't have Iceman at all, again, it goes back to this team is probably the best one, where you just put someone like Thor in the lead. You'd want to put someone like Thor or Jean Grey or someone with elemental damage in the lead, regardless of who you put, because then you can run them through all of the stages and not worry about them not being able to do the all war missions. So just keep that in mind as a general rule of thumb. If you're constructing an autoplay team for story mode and you're missing quite a few characters, then make sure that your lead, your set dealer lead in the middle, not that the set lead has to be in the middle, right? Like you can change where the set lead is or the set dealer is, but make sure that whoever is the set dealer and whoever is in the leadership position has elemental damage to be able to carry you through 11-1 through 12-2 in case you're not you're missing one of the 12 required characters. So that's basically how it shakes out for the team. Again, like I said, I think this is the best team. If we go ahead and look at the actual document here that I updated, and you can find this document down below in the comment or down below in the description of every video. It's part of the mega guide. When you open the mega guide, of course, it opens to the tier list, and then you just navigate on the bottom using the tabs. It's a Google Doc. It's a public spreadsheet. You can right click and save your own if you want. But yeah, we take a look at this here and see which characters are available and how frequently they are available. So we just want to highlight the ones that are available most this month. So Sharon Rogers is available twice. Not really a big issue because Sharon, of course, is such a popular character, so everyone should have her. Let me move my camera here so you guys can see what's going on. And then we have, or I can actually just move to the top corner. Yeah, that makes more sense. And then we have Cyclops used 3 times this month. Again, a lot of people probably already have Cyclops, but in case you don't, definitely not a bad time at all to tier 3 him. He's available, or he's needed for multiple missions in Dimension Clash and also in the All War. Dormammu used twice this month, kind of a bummer as he's a native tier 2, but he is you like you could probably skip him on 2-2, but 8-2 he's kind of necessary to be getting those fragments every single day. Elektra, not Electro for once, is featured 3 times this month, so they're really pushing Elektra. 1-3, 2-3, and 9-1. I don't think she's a leadership for any of those, so you would just have to tier 3 her rather than also getting her uniform, because she doesn't need to be doing the heavy lifting. I'm just double checking. She's not in a leadership for any of those first 2 missions. Yeah, no, she's not a leadership for any mission. So you don't need to buy Elektra's uniform. You just have to get her to tier 3, which is quite nice. Gwenpool is used twice this month, but same sort of thing. Actually, she's a leadership for, I believe, 4-2. So getting a uniform for her is tough, I know, but you may have to consider augmenting your team, maybe putting Gwenpool on one side or the other for the left or the right if you don't have her uniform at all and you just have her tier 3. Hyperion is used twice this month, but you do not need the Phoenix Force uniform, although it's his best one, because he's not used for any of the All War missions 11 through 12. Jane Foster is used twice. Caecilius is used 3 times. So a pretty bad character that they're pushing just to get you to transcend him. Kind of a bummer, but also kind of a hard one to skip because of the missions being the high value ones for Dimensional Clash and the future ends here for the premium card chance. Luna Snow is used twice. Medusa is used twice. Morbius is used twice. Mysterio is used 3 times. Another decent but not amazing transcended character, but a lot of people probably already have him. Professor X is used twice, which is a bummer because he's premium. Same thing with Rescue. Scarlet Witch is used twice, another native tier 2, but definitely a lot stronger than Dormammu. Scourge is used 3 times, so I think Scourge and Caecilius kind of share the same kind of annoying traits there. Thing is used twice. Wong is used twice, and then Yelena, surprisingly, is used twice. Not used very often, but she's finally getting some workout, so hopefully Julian is excited for that. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of that. And if you have a better team than I suggested, I'm more than welcome to hear it. But yeah, in the meantime, I'll be hitting you guys up with that crafting video tomorrow to explain the crafting event and all of the other events that are happening right now. We're getting a ton of new events and existing events sort of overlapping. So there's a lot to do in the game right now. So keep it locked here on the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for supporting. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.